Welcome to The Wonders in Dementialand, a podcast about a delightful woman I met who used to be my mother. My name is Suzka. I am an artist, a painter, who was obsessed about what had happened to me while visiting Dementialand. My mother attracted meningitis encephalitis from a mosquito bite. Weird, huh? We decided it was a mosquito after eliminating drug use, sharing needles with other church ladies, or the possibility that my mother might have traveled to some remote area in Africa, totally on her own. I'm not making fun of the seriousness. It was all so bizarre. Meningitis encephalitis? Well, this caused a rapid onset of dementia. My mother was a strong, independent woman, but the doctors told me that now my mother cannot live alone. She needs someone with her 24/7. I am basically the last person one would think of as a caregiver, but there seemed to be no choice. My sisters had husbands, families, and full-time jobs. I was the artist. Every family should at least have one. So I left my art studio, my paints, my colors. I left my wonderful bohemian life in California and moved into my mother's house in Chicago. I look at things differently than most people. I've always been that way. So it goes without question that my approach to my mother's dementia was contrary to the norm. My experience was genuinely delightful. I can't explain it fully, but something happened during that time when I was living with my mother and her dementias that was rather interesting. Maybe it started when I decided to live in my mother's world. At that time, it seemed easier than trying to make her remember things from the past. This meant that I needed to drop my own memory. Well, the best I could. I first dropped the daughter title. I even dropped my proper name. Then I removed my mother's matriarchal standing. She became this delightful new stranger whom I wanted to get to know. This was the strangest part, and the gift I received from my mother's dementia. She no longer looked at me through any expectations. I was not that daughter anymore who drove her crazy. And at the same time, I stopped being that rebellious child. My own armor was off. I had no idea the weight of it all. I know dementia is not a popular subject, but there is something here, in that place, that I respectfully call Dementialand, that simply fascinates me. And now I write almost every day, trying to figure out what actually happened during that time. Why was that place, the place I call Dementialand, so inviting? First there was the book, now I'm doing a podcast, and now there's even a movie in the mix that confirms my belief that there is a great deal more wonders in dementia that no one is talking about. Dementialand is a serial podcast taken from the book Wonders in Dementialand, available on Amazon. This podcast will contain short visual vignettes as well as additional audio stories not included in the book. If you have a minute, I would love for you to share it with your friends, write a review, or drop me a line. Thank you for listening, and be sure to subscribe for more episodes.